Today in this lecture we are going to discuss the residues. As we know that the Cauchy-Gaussot theorem states that if a function is analytic at all points interior to and on a simple closed contour C, then the value of the integral of the function around that contour is 0. If however the function fails to be analytic at a finite number of points interior to C, there is, as we shall see in this lecture, a specific number called a residue, which each of those points contributes to the value of the integral. We develop here the theory of residues and illustrate their use in certain areas of applied mathematics. As we know that the applications of the residue are to solve the complex integrations and the difference equations also, and there are many other applications in the field of engineering and technology. Next, for consider the function 1 upon sine pi z has the singular point z equal to 0 and z equal to 1 by n, and this is equal to plus minus 1 plus minus 2 and so on, all lying on the segment of the real axis from z equal to minus 1 to z equal to plus 1. Each singular point except z equal to 0 is isolated. The singular point z equal to 0 is not isolated because every deleted neighborhood of the origin contains other singular points of the function. When z naught is an isolated singular point of function fz, there is a positive number capital R such that fz is analytic at each point z, for which zero is less than mod of z minus z naught, which is less than capital R. Consequently, the function is represented by Lorentz series fz. This is equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity an z minus z naught power n plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity, here bn z minus z naught power minus n, where 0 is less than mod of z minus z naught, which is less than r. This may be written as summation n equal to 0 to infinity, here an z minus z naught power n, plus putting n is equal to 1 2 3 and so on, we get here b1 upon z minus z naught plus b2 upon z minus z naught whole square plus up to so on, plus bn upon z minus z naught power n plus up to so on, where the coefficients an and bn have certain integral representation. In particular, bn this is equal to 1 by 2 pi I integral over close contour C fz divided by z minus z naught power minus n plus 1 dz, where n is equal to 1 2 3 and so on, where C is any positively oriented sample closed contour around z naught. And lying in the domain zero is less than mod of z minus z naught, which is less than r. When n is equal to 1, then this expression for bn can be written as b1 this is equal to 1 by 2 pi I integral over c. If we put here n is equal to 1, then we get z minus z naught power 0, that is 1. So we get b1 is equal to 1 upon 2 pi I integral c fz dz. Are we right? Integral over c fz dz, this is equal to 2 pi I into b1. The complex number b1, which is the coefficient, one upon z minus z naught say this is equation number first and this is equation number second. In equation first, is called the residue of the function fz. At the isolated singular point z naught. We shall often use the notation residues of the function fz at z equal to z naught are residue of fz at z equal to z naught. Next, I want to define residues at poles. The basic method for finding the residues of a function at an isolated singular point z naught is that of appealing directly to appropriate Lorentz series and noting the coefficient of 1 upon z minus z naught. When z naught is an essential singular point, we offer no other method, but for residue at poles, there are some useful formula which we now derive. Suppose that a function fz can be written in the form fz this is equal to phi z upon z minus z naught. Say this is equation number first, where phi z is analytic at z naught. And phi of z naught equal to not 0. From the Taylor series expansion, we have phi z this is equal to phi of z naught plus z minus z naught. This is equal to phi of z naught plus phi dash z naught upon factorial 1. Here z minus z naught plus phi double dash z naught upon factorial 2 z minus z naught का whole square plus up to so on. Say this is equal to equation number 2, which is valid in the open disk mod of z minus z naught is less than r. It follows that putting the value of phi z in equation first, we have fz this is equal to phi of z naught divided by z minus z naught plus phi dash z naught divided by factorial 1 plus phi double dash z naught divided by factorial 2 z minus z naught plus up to so on, where 0 is less than mod of z minus z naught, which is less than capital R. Since this is the unique Lorentz series representation for fz, for fz in the domain zero is less than mod of z minus z naught, which is less than capital R, and since phi of z naught equal to not zero, it is clear that F has a sample pole at z naught with residue B1. This is equal to phi of z naught, that is the coefficient of 1 upon z minus z naught. Say this is equation number 3rd. R, the residue of the function fz for the sample pole at the point z equal to z naught is also consider the case in which z equal to a, that is z naught, is a sample pole that is z equal to a is a pole of order 1, then by Lagrange expansion we have fz equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity an, here z minus a power n plus b1 upon z minus a. This implies that limit z tends to a, z minus a into f of z, this is equal to, here at z tends to a we get 0, this term is 0, so we get here only b1, thus residue of the function fz at z equal to a, this is equal to limit z tends to a, z minus a into fz. For example, find the residue of the function fz equal to z plus 1 upon z square plus 9. At the points z equal to plus minus 3i. Solution. Here fz equal to z plus 1 upon z square plus 9, or we write fz this is equal to z plus 1 divided by z plus 3i, here z minus 3i. Since z equal to 3i and z equal to minus 3i are the poles for fz, since z equal to plus minus 3i are the poles for fz, which are the sample poles. Fz may be written as z plus 1 upon z plus 3i divided by z minus 3i. This is equal to phi of z divided by z minus 3i, where phi of z this is equal to z plus 1 divided by z plus 3i. Since phi z is analytic at z equal to 3i, and phi of 3i, putting this value here, we get 3 minus I upon 6, which is not equal to 0. That point is sample pole for the function fz. The residue there is that is the point z equal to 3i is a simple pole for fz. The residue there is three minus I upon 6. B1 this is equal to phi of z naught, this is equal to 3 minus I divided by 6. Similarly, for the point z equal to minus 3i, residue this is equal to phi of z naught. This is equal to 3 plus I divided by 6. Similarly, we can find the residue for pole of order m. Consider the function fz. This is equal to phi of z divided by z minus z naught power m, where m, this is equal to 2, 3, 4 and so on, where phi z is analytic, at z equal to z naught and phi of z naught equal to naught 0. Then from equation second, we already know that fz can be written as phi of z naught divided by z minus z naught power m plus phi dash z naught divided by factorial 1 divided by z minus z naught power m minus 1 plus phi double dash z naught divided by factorial 2 divided by z minus z naught power m minus 2 plus up to so on plus phi m minus 1 z naught divided by factorial m minus 1 divided by z minus z naught plus summation n is equal to m to infinity phi nm z naught upon factorial n here z minus z naught power n minus m for 0 is less than mod of z minus z naught, which is less than capital R, and this shows that fz has a pole of order m at z equal to z naught with residue b1. b1 here the coefficient of 1 upon z minus z naught that is phi m minus 1 z naught divided by factorial m minus 1 in other words, also we can find the residue of the function fz at the point z equal to a for pole of order m's. Residue at z equal to a for pole of order m. This is equal to 1 upon factorial m minus 1 into m minus 1th derivative of z minus a power m into fz at z tends to a. For example, find the residue of the function fz at z equal to I. Fz this is equal to zq plus 2z divided by z minus I power 3 at z equal to I. Solution. Here fz this is equal to zq plus 2z divided by z minus I power 3. Since z equal to I is a pole of order 3, fz can be written as fz equal to phi of z divided by z minus I का whole cubes, where phi z this is equal to zq plus 2z. Since phi z this is equal to zq plus 2z, this implies that first derivative phi dash z is equal to 3z square plus 2 phi double dash z, this is equal to 6z plus 0. This implies that phi double dash I this is equal to 6i. Therefore, residue of the function fz at z equal to I this is equal to b1, this is equal to phi double dash I divided by factorial 2. Using this formula, p1 equal to phi m minus 1 z naught upon factorial m minus 1, we get here phi double dash I upon factorial 2. So we write here phi double dash I, that is 6i, factorial 2 means 2, so this gives 3i. Therefore, residue of this function fz at z equal to I for pole of order 3, this is equal to 3i. Thus we can say that it is a straightforward to show that if a function f z has a pole at a point z equal to z naught of order 1 or order m, in spite of that fact, however, the identification of an isolated singular point as a pole of a certain order is often done most efficiently by the basic method of appealing directly to a Lorentz series.